Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a red day yesterday, not necessarily anything unusual in this price range here. You can see it. We had very similar situations here. Important also to note that, for example, similar red candles like the ones that we had, or like the one that we had yesterday on the daily chart, did happen throughout this entire price range. So this was not much different. This was not much different. And they happen quite frequently, quite close to the lows, right? As you can notice. And you might ask, why is that? Well, because it's probably an internal third wave. And these tend to happen, obviously, towards the end. Then there's only like a small 4-5 to finish up. And then we can turn around. At least this is what the micro suggests here as well, right? So you have these quite close. This was the entire distance, but we have these often quite close to the low points. I think this is just important to mention that. And these are typically when people start to feel really bearish again about the market. Now I have to say, of course, a lot of the altcoin charts are on very thin ice, but they have been for a while. And most coins or charts, as you might know if you follow the videos, haven't provided 5 waves up from the July lows yet. And that means these coins or charts are on very shaky foundations. Bitcoin is a solid chart and gives us a, reliable pattern, as reliable as it really can be in the crypto sector, I think. We have this 5-wave move up. We're now in the midst of the yellow support region. The price could not break below the 50% retracement level here. So we're still holding that. And this is still, in my interpretation, a wave 2. Now, the key support is around 56.7k. And any break below it will lead to a change of the scenarios on the daily time frame. But we already have the other support levels on the chart. So below 56.8k, 56.7. Yes, the idea that the wave 4 bottomed on the 5th of July will be challenged. It's not going to be invalidated until we break below the red line, which is located here on the chart, which is located at 53,600. But below 56.8k, it will become less probable that the wave 4 bottomed on the 5th of July. In that alternative scenario then, I would assume that the 4th wave is still unfolding. So while this is a 5-wave move up, and while I'm tracking a support area, there is a plan B. I have to say again on the smaller time frame, and that's the main reason why we're tracking the microstructures, there is currently no evidence that the correction is finished. Now, looking at the bigger picture here, a few things to note. Obviously, if we break below 56.8k, it means that 50.6k is again key support for a still unfolding 4th wave, which started on the 13th, 14th of March, and which presumably bottomed on the 5th of July. Also pay attention to this price channel here. I actually haven't, maybe I should make that a bit clearer here. It's a bit of a price channel. If we break out above this purple line, it could spark a little bit of euphoria, you could say. So you see that here, this is, we have 4 touch points on this trend line. And this is definitely something I'm watching for any upside breakout to get above this trend line. It looks a bit like a channel, really. So it's worth mentioning that. Then looking at the RSI on the daily, we're not oversold yet. Sometimes trend lines on the RSI can be useful. So maybe pay attention to that green trend line I've just added to the daily RSI. It could give us another drop and then maybe a reversal. Again, they are not super reliable. It's just something to watch. And overall, yeah, at the moment, this seems to be a correction in an uptrend that has started. At least that's my interpretation. The market can prove this assumption wrong with a break below 56.8k. But for now, there is no evidence yet to suggest that this is not correct. But again, that's why I'm tracking the micro, because on the micro level, there is currently no indication yet that we're turning around. So the short-term trend is still down. It just means that in this yellow support region, we're watching for possible reactions. Now, let's take a look at the shorter time frames. Before we do that, quick reminder, every Saturday, or let's say every weekend, I cover one cryptocurrency only on Twitter, only on X. and you guys voted for it. And you can still do that, but I mean, it's pretty much Whiff. The dog Whiff had won the race, and there will be a video today. I think I've never made a Whiff video, so it will come out only on Twitter. So make sure that you follow this this channel here, and you can find a link in the description. You just need to make sure that you choose the one with a blue check mark, but the link is in the description. Definitely only only follow that one. And there are additional updates that come out here as well, stuff about mindset and so on. You can also join our WhatsApp channel from here. So check it out. That video will come out a little later today with. Now let's get to the smaller time frame chart here for Bitcoin. And you see again this 5-wave move up that developed from the, or between the 5th of July low and the 29th of July high. It's a 5-wave move up. We have 3 waves down at the moment. Pullbacks have been a bit shallow in this decline. Yeah, that's the only thing that is a little bit, well, questionable maybe. But B waves can be shallow. So we had a B wave bounce here, which was a bit shallow. Wanted it to be a little bit stronger. But okay, it seems to take the direct pathway. Occasionally these are shallow. We have an A, B, C structure to the downside. That's the idea. And in this C wave down, I mentioned it in the last update, the 58.4K level is a key target. Does it mean we have to test that key target? Absolutely not, okay? So there's no absolute need to get to that 58.4K level. We are in a support zone and we are watching for reversal. What would be the first signal that such a reversal occurs? It would be a break above initial resistance at 62,920. Why is that the case? Because if we're tracking this wave 2 as an A, B, C structure, then first of all, the C wave tends to have the same length as the A wave, so we're not even at the 100% extension level. And it doesn't need to stop there, but it's just an additional data point to watch. And just something that C waves like to test. And then in the C wave, we normally have 5 waves. 1, 2, 3. Seems like a wave 4 Saturday, not uncommon. And then a wave 5 down could still happen, give us some bullish divergences, and maybe then we turn around. We'll have to see. I mean, for now, I'm watching that that resistance area that I just mentioned. And we could still see one more low. Next support, 59.4K. Then 58.4K, 56.8K. Here, important to note that the 50% fib level is holding at the moment. But one more low seems likely given the wave count. But if, as I said, if we break above 62,920, it's not evidence that we've bottomed, but it's a first indication, and it means that the microstructure is likely changing. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.